Ryan Horvat's here, and we're going to wrap up the show. Maybe you're on YouTube. Welcome. This is the start then. Who cares? But we're going to wrap up the podcast with Mania picks. So if you're not interested in WrestleMania picks, we'll talk to you Monday. But I think a lot of you sons of bees are. And I'm excited. Like, so Mania, it doesn't have like The Rock, and it doesn't have, Stone Cold and The Undertaker. It doesn't have like the big, but it's got some pretty big matches, which I think they've organically been able to materialize a little celebrity here and there. I actually think it's a pretty good card outside of these tag team showcase matches, which are dumb. And I am sorry. I'm very sorry. But there's not one women's match I'm excited for. I'm very, very sorry about that. So let me look. Ryan Horvat's here.
Yeah.
Let me look at night one. So according to Wikipedia, night 1 and 2 are set.
Yeah. I believe the matches are like set, which, hey, I got to be honest really quickly. I don't like that. Me and my brother, I don't know if anybody else does this. Like our favorite part of the Royal Rumble, we would like guess,
Yeah.
Some people would have like Royal Rumble parties. Like if I invited like 30 friends over to watch the Royal Rumble, they'd be like, dude, you're a effing loser. Like, you know what I mean? I have like 10 friends that would maybe come over for the Royal Rumble. So we would just be
that's a lot higher than most.
I know. I don't even
like this stuff.
I know. I try to talk about it on the show and I'm like, yeah, Trista and Nick have no interest. But like we would just be like, The Rock, oh, I got it right. But with Mania, kind of like guessing the matches. I don't know if you like doing that or anybody else even cares, but I don't like knowing the order of the matches. But anyway, yeah, go on. I saw that on social media.
Well, we know the first one. The first one's Cena and Austin Theory, and I gotta think that this is set up for Austin Theory to win, right? Because if Cena wins, he's back with the U.S. title. Nice. Maybe they do something exciting where Cena wins, comes up the next night on Raw, and then Theory beats him down or something. I don't know. So maybe if they play that angle.
I don't think they do.
This match going first tells me Cena's in to get out. So I got to take Austin Theory.
This is the classic, in wrestling, this is like the classic Cena comes back to put over Austin Theory, right? Because everybody compares the characters to each other. So I think Cena comes back and somehow Theory wins this match. He obviously cheats to win, but I guess they're going to give him a huge push. I mean, they already have. He won the Money in the Bank, which I still hate that he cashed in the Money in the Bank for the U.S. title, though. They should have just had him cash, lose the reigns, and then win the U.S.
But I did like his reasoning. Remember, he was like, I'm never going to touch that thing. Roman's got 9 guys around him. I'm screwed. I don't know. It was stupid, but they did an okay job getting out of it.
No, I know. But, yeah, I just thought you have him get pinned by Roman, you move on, he wins the U.S. title. But there's no chance Cena wins. I do like that.
Is there any chance that he does win?
I don't.
And then comes back the next night?
I mean,
Theory demands a rematch. Then Theory wins on Monday.
Maybe, because Raw after Mania is always a huge deal. I don't know
what? I'm going to say that. Cena wins.
Okay.
Loses Monday.
I think Theory wins because he's got to have that like big WrestleMania moment, and this is huge for him.
And I want to think that too.
And
I think Cena winning is but you got to put Theory over at Mania. Okay, Theory.
I almost wish it's not going to happen.
I think this is harder than I thought.
You know why I don't care? Because like when Cena comes back, I care for one reason. I think he's only one title short of tying Ric Flair or beating Ric Flair as world champion, which who knows, like if that's even, it's like Goldberg's record. We don't know how many freaking titles Ric Flair really won, world titles. He's like still wrestling and getting like bloodied. So I think that like when Cena comes back, that's what I want to see, but they already did that. He lost to Roman Reigns. And I thought that was a pretty cool rivalry because they were talking a bunch of shit to each other. I think Cena wins this one, but I am excited that he's coming back.
So you did Cena or Theory? I think you said.
No, I'm sorry. I think Theory beats Cena. Yeah, Theory.
All right. If I had to bet money on it, I'd say Theory, but I like my Cena angle. But I guess I will say Theory. So I'll just go through night 2 how it's listed. Seth freaking Rollins, it's still freaking against Logan Paul. I don't. Like Seth did the job for Cody 3 times last year. And I think Logan has done it. Like, I don't like this guy. I don't like him,
Mhm.
but he is good in WWE. He's good. He's good at wrestling. Like, he's good at performing or whatever. He's athletic. He's good at getting the crowd to hate him, but you can't give him a win over Rollins. So I think Rollins is going to win.
Yeah, I think
Otherwise,
Rollins.
it really, unless you're going to push Logan, which you're not, why neuter Seth? You're going to need Seth in case you revisit Seth versus Cody or something.
Yeah, and you know what makes me think Seth's going to win? Because hasn't Paul knocked him out like 3 times in a row on Raw too? Like he keeps just punching him in the face.
Normally who's ever down WrestleMania week on TV wins on TV, on the pay-per-view.
And I mean, I get it.
Live event.
I get it though, because like, okay, so when Sami Zayn fought Johnny Knoxville or whatever, you know, it ended up being an awesome match. He fought all the dudes from Jackass and he lost. And when I was a kid, I would be like, why the hell are they making Sami Zayn look so weak? But actually in WWE, like Vince McMahon, Triple H, they trust their best performers with these celebrities. And, you know, usually they put them over. But Seth, like you said, man, like he put over Cody, and you would think that he's going to have a big year. He could still like lose dirty. Somebody comes in and interferes. Maybe you bring somebody back and interfere in this match. But yeah, I'm going to pick Seth. I think he needs a win.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Rollins in this one.
Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch.
They win.
Lita and Becky have the tag titles, but they're not doing a tag match against Damage Control. Yeah, of course they're going to win. Why bring them back if they're not going to win?
Or they lose, you know, because the tag titles aren't on the line. But I don't know. Yeah, like why would Trish come back for this? Trish still looks great, so I'm excited for this match. I
thought the moment last year when Becky came out, or Becky was there, and then Bayley came out, and then the 2 other came out with her. I thought that was a big moment.
Yeah.
And I was really into it, but Damage Control, maybe it's because Control spelled CTRL, and I think that's really stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not on purpose trying to. I'm not into any women's storyline right now.
I'm into we'll talk about the Rhea Ripley one. I like that with Charlotte Flair because I like Rhea a lot, and I like Charlotte Flair. So that's going to be a banger. And Asuka's awesome. So I know the storyline sucks, but I think her matches are great. This one, I don't really like 6-man tags, especially at pay-per-views. I hated when Teddy Long was the GM, and he would just be like, all right, players, you just.
But I like when he comes back. I like when he does it now.
That's great now, yeah. But I hated it. I had to stop watching for like a 4-year period.
Remember when the anonymous GM was Hornswoggle?
Yeah, that was terrible. All of that, like Michael Cole as a heel, I didn't like when he was wrestling matches. They just do some stuff that's just so bad. It's like feature the guys, even here. Like, hey, and where the hell is Bray Wyatt?
Oh, he left.
Yeah, like what is up with that
Bobby
guy?
Lashley's in the Andre the Giant thing, which isn't even on the card this year. It's on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't understand where he like they started the storyline, they didn't do anything with it, and now he's just gone. That guy, I don't know. I mean, whatever. But yeah, so Trish and the girls win.
All right, well then let's go to Rhea and Charlotte because that could end night 1. And I think they have to end night 1 with the Usos and Sammy and Kevin. I think you have to end night 1 with that. But there is some talk that maybe this one ends it, women match. I got to be honest with you. Charlotte Flair, friend of show, has been on I think very nice person. We had a great time when she came in.
Yeah.
I do tend to fast forward her promos. They're very much the same.
Yeah.
Rhea, I haven't watched a Rhea promo without Dominic since January. And first of all, everything Judgment Day sucks. Damian Priest, neutered. Finn Balor, demon, never cared about that. Dominic, good. I love that he's from prison and stuff for 6 hours and played that. He actually has done a really good job with what he's done.
Yeah.
But Rhea, I'm not into this, man. I'm not into it. So I guess I'll say Charlotte. I don't know.
Wow. No. This is the big push for Rhea, man. Like, it's got to be a big night for Rhea. So Rhea wins. She beats Charlotte. I'm with you. And you know what sucks is I really like Finn Balor was my favorite wrestler because I loved him in New Japan Pro Wrestling, I really like the Bullet Club. I
I'm
watched
not into the Demon. I do not like the Demon.
No, like, and that's the thing. Like when he was in New Japan, like he would do shit. Like he would come out dressed as different characters. So he'd be like the Joker, or he would do stuff. But like he was a real heel. Like the Bullet Club, they'd beat the shit out of people. Like I remember watching this promo, and they're just swearing, and he's dropping F-bombs, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then even in NXT, I did like him. I didn't mind the Demon stuff at first. Now it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And the Judgment Day, yeah, you know what's a bad look for Finn Balor, and I don't know if you agree. You know what? Like, I think the group sucks. I'm with you. I think they could be cool. I didn't like how like Edge was the leader, and then they just kicked out Edge. It didn't make any freaking sense, man. And they could be a good heel group if they just like beat the shit out of people. And I agree, like with Dominic, but they kind of ruined Finn. Maybe this is the weirdest take ever. You know what ruins it? Like, why does Finn wear pants now rather than like the wrestling underwear type thing? I don't know. I think that he's like it makes him look kind of like a cruiserweight, like little bitch. Does that make sense?
Also,
like that helmet thing. Like I don't like his look.
The Demon character is pretty close to blackface. Also,
yeah, I think Rhea wins. I think in dominant fashion. I think Rhea wins, and I'm pretty excited for this match. I like Rhea. I got a weird thing for Rhea, kind of.
I think Rhea.
She's got nice shoulders.
If you want to, I don't want to. I like her better as a blonde.
Yeah. Dominic interferes in the match. Charlotte hits Dominic with some sort of move, turns around. Rhea hits her with whatever her finisher is. I'm talking about how much I can't wait to see this match. Couldn't tell you what her finisher is. Hits her with the Rhea bomb. Match over.
the Rhea slam.
The Rhea driver.
Dom and Ray are also scheduled to be night one.
Yeah.
I don't know if they take this angle over to the Hall of Fame. I'd rather just see Ray get inducted and not do an angle at it.
Exactly.
But I kind of think they have to have Dom win here.
Yeah. Dom wins this match. Dom's actually caught a little bit of, he's got something going now because I hated Dom, man, when he was with Ray. I was like, I just don't care. Now,
like Ray should do that Shawn Michaels thing with Ric Flair where he's like, I'm sorry, and then he has to take out Dom, but then the 3 seconds of indecision cost Ray, and then Dom gets the win.
I think like the sister should come out or the wife should turn on Ray.
They should all just beat the shit out of Ray.
The whole family just leaves.
He's really Eddie's kid after all this time.
Yeah. You were never there for us, Dad. They just beat the hell out of him and leave him in the ring and take his mask.
I do have a problem with like the you were never there. It's not like he was never like he was out making millions of dollars.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know.
It's a good it's a good angle.
Need to be present as much as the next guy, but you're going to make millions of dollars. I don't know. It's not like he was out drinking at the bar after a 6 to 6 shift.
I'm all for it though, to be honest with you. I'm all for a father-son WrestleMania match. I like it.
All right. There's a tag team showcase.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders.
I think Braun and Ricochet have to win, right?
Probably. I'm worried they're going to split up the Street Profits, although maybe they need to because they're not going anywhere.
No, they are. The Montez guy, he's the guy that's hot right now. Montez Ford, right? Yeah. I'm not going to lie. He's awesome, but I kind of fast forward through a lot of their stuff just because Raw, like...
Well, there's no stakes to it. Anytime the Street Profits are fighting, what are they fighting for? A time filler.
Exactly. Like, I know. And they're fighting like
Otis or Otis. I mean, he's leaving Gable.
Yeah. So anyway, I heard this dude's getting a huge push though. So I think they break up. I wonder what happens to the other guy though.
Yeah, he'll probably go to NXT.
They need to make that more interesting because they got like a good angle. But
who went to NXT? Oh, Apollo Crews. What happened to him?
Yeah, I liked him. Why didn't they do something cool with him? Get him a manager and have him just beat the shit out of. They overcomplicate. Like I wish I could run the WWE, just like I wish I could run the Packers and the Bucks and the Brewers and the Cubs and the Mariners.
Finishing night 1, Usos and Kevin and Sammy. This has to be a full bloodline massacre this weekend, right?
So here's the thing, right? That's what I'm thinking, obviously, is Kevin and Sammy have to win. But it's night 1.
But if the Usos lose, does it cheapen night 2?
Yeah, like I almost think it would be cooler if the Usos won. And Sammy and Kevin, night after Mania, that could be the main event. They win on night of Mania or night after Mania, the big Raw. They win. But you should almost like throw a swerve in here because everybody thinks Kevin and Sammy win. You should have them lose. So then we believe maybe like, oh shit, now Cody's going to lose too. But the only thing is, I think they lose because I think that everybody turns on Roman, and that's how this ends for Roman. Then we don't see him till like SummerSlam. We'll talk about that later.
But yeah, I think don't you need on Sunday Roman to come in as strong as ever? Or do you make him a little weaker so that Cody can win?
I think that's what they're trying to do because of the way that, and I know that, are they both on SmackDown? Because I thought that the way that they left it on Monday, like Cody got him back and then Roman is in his own head.
Yeah, we're taping this before the SmackDown.
Yeah, we're not doing this on a Friday at 11 p.m. Although we are going live after Mania on Sunday, right?
Yes, the Bart Winkler YouTube channel. Absolutely. Hot Take Jake has agreed to co-host the duration of the show with me.
So I think I'm going to go with swerve here. I say the Usos win.
I'm still going to God, Kevin and Sammy.
All right.
If it ends the show, there'll be the moment. If it doesn't end the show, Usos.
See, I think Charlotte and Rhea end the show, and so that's why.
Then it's not. That's a tough one. Good intrigue. Hey, good intrigue, WWE for once. Wow. All right, night 2, Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre.
Dude,
Gunther can lose if one of the other two pin each other. I would say I'm fine with Gunther losing if it frees him up for a title program. A big title, which means Cody has to win for the belts to be split.
See, I want them to hold off. What I want to happen here is Gunther retains because he's awesome. And I love Drew. I wish Drew had a bigger match. I mean, this is a big match. I'm excited for this. Sheamus, too. Sheamus had a really good year. But I think that Gunther has to win. And then they kind of have to hold off on this because I want him to fight Cody. But give it a little breath, especially if you're going to have Gunther dethrone Cody. Because, we just had a heel for a champion for 2 years.
Yeah, Cody needs some guys that he can beat.
And Cody needs to be selling merch. And he doesn't need the title, but it'll be huge to have the good guy. And then he's the face of the company. And then Gunther fights him, but he's still the Intercontinental Champion. And we make that a big deal. I like that better.
No, I'm tired of these belts being all over the place.
Well, I'm going with Gunther to win. I don't think he could lose at Mania.
I also think that he ends up winning this match somehow.
Sheamus and Drew can't get over it. They're fighting over each other, and then Gunther hits him. Yeah.
Edge versus Finn Balor. We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't care. I do because it's a Hell in a... It'll end up being awesome because they're both really good wrestlers.
This program Edge has been sucked into this for a year, and it really weighed down his return.
Yeah, I know. This shit.
I know he had the greatest WrestleMania match of all time against Randy Orton, where they just fought on trucks for 30 minutes in the back in the pandemic era. But
God, I might.
Randy Orton needs to come back.
Yeah, so we'll get to that. I might eat some edibles and honestly go back and watch that Edge Orton match. That was honestly the worst fucking match maybe of all time. And I love both guys. They were both so pissed. Imagine that'd be like you're sitting in a meeting and your boss is like, Bart Winkler is we're doing an all-out coverage of the bowling that's coming up, the Pro Bowling Association. We got just the guy for you, and they stick you on a Saturday. That's probably what they felt like when they're like, all right, guys, we're sticking you in a match. It's going to be known as the world's greatest wrestling match. They're probably like, what the fuck? There's no fans here.
Yeah.
That's brutal. I think this is weird because the Demons never lost, but I think Edge wins because I think the Brood comes back. I think Gangrel and even Christian somehow, I think Tony Khan lets him show up or something. It's going to be a big moment for Edge.
That'd be huge. That'd be the biggest story of the weekend.
I bet you that happens and Edge wins. I'm calling it. Calling my shot. Baseball season.
I'm going to say Edge wins, but not with any of the theatrics. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville.
I mean,
Okay,
Ronda's
so Ronda and Shayna win, right?
Yeah.
All right. Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
I can't wait for this, man. Asuka's fucking awesome. They should do a better job.
I agree.
They should have, if you know what they should do, man. So Paul Heyman's gonna, like Cody said, Paul Heyman becomes an advocate again. He should represent, like, he should get like a team of just badasses. I've always said this, and Asuka should be in the team, but I think she wins.
Oh, so get Paul to represent a woman.
Yeah, and have like a badass.
Who did Heyman represent for like 3 weeks that one time?
He represented the Big Show. Like, are you talking like old times or
recently?
Like,
wasn't it like Baron? It wasn't Baron Corbin. It was
no, that was JBL had him.
Yeah. No, it was for like 3 weeks and it didn't work. But I'm gonna look that up. And then the other one, I think.
Oh, hold on. No. It was Mr. Perfect's son, right? Kurt Axel.
No, it was more recently than that.
Did he have Kurt Axel though when he was the Intercontinental Champ?
He might have.
Maybe he didn't. I don't know. There's been some bad angles and shit. All right, let's go on though. Let's wrap this.
Omos versus Lesnar.
I think this will be good. I mean, I think it's going to be like 5 minutes of just two big ass dudes beating the shit out of each other. Wrestling fans will complain. I think it's cool. And it's the perfect, like, if you don't like this match, beat the line, go get a beer, take a piss. I think, man, Lesnar wins.
Well, then what do you do with Omos?
He can't beat Brock Lesnar. Can he? I guess he does. You're right, because Lesnar's going away. I think he's done it.
You think Brock Lesnar, who's always like, I either want to be first, so this match will be first because he always wants to come out first or last. Lesnar.
Oh yeah, he does not want to sit around and watch.
No, he never. If he's not last, he's first. It's always
he's not watching Shotzi and Ronda and yeah.
So he's gonna come back to put over Omos. I guess if the money's right. What does he give a shit? He don't care.
I just like that he was like, I'm not going to do anything with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take Lesnar.
I'm going to take the other dude. I always thought his name was Osmosis for some reason.
It's pretty close.
Yeah. I'm going to take.
All right. Roman and Cody.
Yeah.
Cody, friend of the show.
Dude, this is I haven't been this excited for a main event. I wasn't excited for Cena Rock. I didn't care because I wanted it to be CM Punk Rock, but they did that at Rumble. I was just a big Punk guy at that time, and I thought they screwed him, even though he got a match with Taker. Storyline sucked. Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels, still my favorite main event, even though that wasn't really Shawn Michaels because he had the bad back. There's been some really good ones, obviously, but I'm talking like I'm excited. I love Cody. I love the storyline. I've always been a big Cody fan. Like, my brother never really understood it. I loved when he was with Damian Sandow. I thought he was like finally going to, they always like made it seem like it was finally going to be his time, and then they'd screw him. Then they turned him into Stardust.
I loved Legacy. I lived with 2 guys at the time, and I was Randy, and the other one was Ted, and my other roommate was Cody. We always pretended like we were as 25-year-olds.
Yeah, but that was a great stable. That was awesome. Those were good times. So I'm rooting for Cody here. Thought he did a great interview with you. I think he's just a good dude, man. And I love the story. Like, his dad never had the title. But here's the thing. What if Roman beats him?
Yeah.
But I don't think it happens. But I'm going to call that he does. I say Roman wins this match and then loses the title maybe on Raw or maybe at the next pay-per-view. And it's going to shock
him. He might not wrestle till SummerSlam.
And I think how he loses it. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. Cody wins, but like it looks like Cody's going to lose. And then all of a sudden, you hear Randy Orton's music hits, and he comes back. Because I forgot that it was actually Reigns and the Bloodline that took out Orton. I was going to say Orton comes and hits Cody. But I think what happens is Orton comes out, hits Reigns with an RKO. You know, Cody wins. Maybe Cody does this big celebration, but then Orton comes in and hits him with an RKO, and that's who fights Cody for his first feud. and he turns into a bad guy. But he comes back to take out Roman. I think that's what happens because I think Orton's coming back, and I think he has to come back in a huge way. So I think that's how Cody wins. And then I don't think we see Roman for a while. But I think it would throw everybody off if Roman won. And I think
everyone thinks Cody's going to win. Everyone does. Yeah.
I never really care. Like, it's wrestling, but I'm going to be, you know what sucks? My in-laws are going to be in town, and I'm going to be like on my couch like I'm 9 years old for this freaking match. I'm pretty jacked for it.
You know what sucks is that I got to do a radio show at 9 the next day, and I usually like just getting blasted for Mania. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm going to do a post-game show, so I got to stay sober-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I will not be sober. Spoiler.
So you're taking Roman.
No, I'm taking Cody. I just think it'd be kind of cool.
He just I think the intrigue is how they get there, because he can't. There's nobody else to beat. Who's he going to beat? Who's going to beat Roman if not Cody?
The Rock.
John Moxley? Jay White?
No.
Who's going to come beat The Rock? Yeah, well, it should have been The Rock. Well, it's not.
I'm glad it wasn't. I didn't want to see that. I want to see The Rock and Roman, not for the belt. It's got to be Cody. This is, you know what would be actually cool if they didn't fuck it up is if like Cody was about to beat Roman and Bray came and like just messed it all up. And you know, like used this whole like
this all-time match turned into a Mountain Dew pitch black match.
Yeah, and then they fight in like they fight in like a Scream 5 match because that's all WWE cares about. They wear ghost masks or some shit.
And then LA Knight comes out and wins the title somehow.
Yeah, I like him actually. Why did he have to do that bullshit angle? He's honestly, he might be like the best. Once Roman goes away, he might be the best thing they have going. I love LA Knight.
I like him too. He's like the only guy that wasn't scarred by the Bray feud.
Yeah, he took it like a champ. That was terrible though.
Everything Bray does is cool for the first time, and then the next 6 weeks suck.
Well, it sucks because I like Bray, but this whole, I mean, like, we don't even know where he's at. Anyway, I'm more excited for Mania than I am the Final Four this week.
Yeah, why don't you give me your picks? Because last week you told me I had small dick energy for not inviting you on.
Yeah.
What was that about?
I was just kidding with you because you were too busy.
You're always mad at me.
I wasn't mad at you. I was like, why didn't we do any NCAA picks? Because you're too busy.
You're a busy man. I don't want to bug you every week.
This is a perfect time to bug me because my kid has a half day, so I sit and wait for him. Today, as we were recording this, I'm going to watch baseball. I'm going to watch your Brewers beat my Cubs. But I wanted to do the picks, and then I was like, oh, you never asked me to do the picks. And then I see on social media, all you're ever doing is bitching about Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, well, I retired from bitching about his personality. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I ordered a Jordan Love jersey. I'm all in.
I think Miami wins the title.
Go Pack, go.
Miami's your champion.
Hey, I kind of agree with you. I'm betting
San Diego State over Florida Atlantic. I'm rooting against UConn just because all the smart people liked UConn at the beginning, and I'm mad about that.
Yeah, I'm betting both dogs in this game. I like Florida Atlantic. I love them. My Owls. Woo-hoo! I kind of want them to win it all. And then I'm going to take Miami to at least cover against UConn, maybe even win outright. Yeah, I'm going to pick Miami with you, actually. I think UConn, everybody's going to bet UConn. It seems so obvious. And somehow Miami keeps winning these games because they're very well coached. Larenago's doing a great job. And also, man, like they just have like 4 guys that they don't really run anything. You know, it's like 4 dudes. Like Isaiah Wong could just take a game over when he wants. And if he's off, somebody else does. Like the dude that went 7 of 7 the other night. So I'm with you. I'm going to be contrarian here. I'm going to say the Canes do it. And they do it for Miami. I also say the Brewers go under 85.5 wins. The Cubs go over 77.5 wins. And that's no disrespect. I just really worry that the Brewers are going to be big cheapskates and sell away Corbin Burns and Brandon Woodruff, maybe.
Well, I'll talk about that with my cronies throughout the season.
I'll be listening. You, Tim.
Also, my preseason, not my preseason, but I did fill out a women's bracket, and I took Iowa to win it all. So I'm rooting for Iowa.
Oh, wow. I have South Carolina, but, man, I am freaking jacked for that game. Friday night, Caitlin Clark against South Carolina is going to be electric. I wanted to bet Iowa to win it all, man. I'm rooting for them, though. She's awesome. She might be the best player in the world.
I did it on one of those ESPN or Yahoo things. I don't think I'll win any money.
I'll be rooting for you though.
Thank you. I figured the Iowa men would get bounced right away and the Iowa women would win it all. That was my rationale.
And I mean, you've been right about half because they're
Pretty good.
Iowa men. The Big Ten sucks.
Yeah, sucks.
Except for Michigan State. They somehow, even with less talent, always find ways to win
Well,
games.
Marquette sucks. All right, Horvat. Enjoy Mania.
It's going to be awesome.
We'll talk to you Sunday if you join.
Go Cody.
All right. Everyone, Mania postgame Sunday night.